Hey, hey.
His MVP. Golf swung, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. One swing. High drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball down line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field, way back there. Shot again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the 8th inning of a 3-1 ball game. Thank you for hanging out, man. Good game. Good game so far. Let me get TikTok and if all y'all figured out. I'm having a rough night tonight with the setup. Appreciate all y'all. Thanks for hanging. Man, 3-1 ball game. Let's do it. Let's bring it home. We've got Cole Winn on the bump right now. Cole Winn kind of getting one of his first high leverage moments. Cole Winn yet to allow a runner to cross home plate this year. You like to see it. You love to see it, actually. Cole Winn looking great in his early 2025 goings. He's going to be in a 1-2 count to start. Capra up to bat right now, 0 for 2 on the day. Foul ball, and we're going to do it again here. Cole Winn, by the way, if you look at the stats a little bit deeper as he throws ball 2, Cole Winn on the season, 9 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, a whip of 1. Pretty impressive. 2-2 count right now. They've gone through at least 5 pitchers. Well, yeah, it's a bullpen game, of course. There's out number 1, line out. Pretty soft line drive to Berg, right at Jake Berger, and he's there. So Cole Winn retires the first. Actually retires the second, my bad. So there's 2 outs down quickly. Tauchman up to bat. He's 1 for 3 on the night. What's good, everybody? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all y'all. We're going to go through the 8th inning. We'll go through the 9th, and then we'll finish it out with the little post-game reaction. Appreciate all y'all hanging. Josh Smith, the man, for sure. For sure, Josh Smith, the man. Outstanding what we're getting from Jay Smith so far. Yeah, I hope Evan Carter's okay, Natalie. I don't know completely what's going on, but I hope Evan Carter's okay. They're calling it wrist soreness, directly related to the amazing catch he made. An incredible catch that he made earlier on in this ball game. Austin, I'm with you. Leaving too many runs on the table. Absolutely. Rangers, look, I know the left on base it only says 6. There's been a lot of guys that have come up this game with runners on base. But 6 left on base. 1 for 6 are the Rangers with runners in scoring position tonight. What's good, everybody? Thanks for hanging out. 2-1 pitch is right there at the bottom of the zone. 2-2. Hey, I was right. There was only 1 out. I don't know what Ranger Sports Network was doing. They said 2 outs, only 1. So 1 down right now. Tauchman up to bat. 2-2 pitch incoming. Tauchman's taking his time, talking to the home plate umpire. He didn't like the pitch that was knee high. It was right on the black, right at the bottom of the zone. We keep going. Here is pitch number 5. Right down the pipe. Don't like that. Feels like that's a mistake. Right down the middle in to Tauchman. And I think Cole Winn got away with one there. Tauchman can only foul it off, though. So fortunately Fortunately, no crazy damage done. Robert Garcia warming up right now. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball to Berger. Berger flips it to Win. Win steps on the bag. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Win 1 out away from another scoreless frame. Yet another scoreless frame. All right, first here right on Rangers. Y'all know the drill. We cover everything sports, but we put a big emphasis on all the teams we love from the great state of Texas, including the Rangers, and especially the Rangers during the MLB season. Thank you for choosing Right on Rangers for all of your Texas Rangers content. Drop a comment, drop a question. During the game itself, we'll definitely be locked in a little bit more on play-by-play and color commentary, but I will definitely check comments during the game. I'll check the chat. We'll see what I can get in, but if you're hanging out and I don't get to a comment or I don't get to one of your questions, please copy and paste it again. Don't get in your feelings like some of the passerbyers, if you know what I mean. Some people get really emotional when I don't get back to them soon enough. I don't know why. I don't get it. Those of y'all that have been here for a while, you know better. We don't duck any comments here, but sometimes we miss them. So copy and paste it. Post the comment again. You know the drill. Don't take it personal. We want to get to everybody. But after the game, I'll be able to be a lot more locked in, and we'll make sure that everybody's voice is heard. Mason, I'm with you. The offense 100% could be scary once Seager gets going. Not a bad day from Corey. I know he doesn't have a hit, but he walked twice. He had a nice sack fly to make it a 1-0 ball game. So, yes, Corey Seager, not quite looking like himself, but look, has done some good things today. Getting on base twice, getting the sack fly, a productive out. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So, not definitely a gaudy box score or a gaudy stat line for Siegs, but 0 for 1 with an RBI and 2 walks. We'll take it. We'll take it. But I still appreciate the sentiment 100%. Mason, if Corey can really get going, home runs, extra base hits, be phenomenal. And Siegs is going to fire it over to first base on a ground ball rolled over. And we have got the bottom of the 8th coming up. Rangers still holding a 2-run advantage. And Hobie Milner ran into a little bit of tough luck there. I really am frustrated with the scoring on that. You know, Marcus Semien, and I'm being a little bit picky. I love Simi. Put out a video on Simi today, by the way. You know, Marcus should have made that play in the 7th inning. He should have. And the official score gives the White Sox player a hit. And all of these runs, the one run that gets charged to Milner is earned. I just don't agree with that official scoring. I don't know why Hobie Milner gets an earned run there. Marcus Semien makes that play 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. 44, I appreciate the lack of butthurtedness. You know how it goes, though. I mean, you know how it goes. We don't ever duck comments here on the show. We just sometimes miss it. And like I said, post-game will be a lot better. What's good, TikTok? What happened to Carter? Tim, what's up, man? Wrist soreness on that play where he made probably one of the catches of the year. I don't know if you're going to see a better catch. I mean, I know it depends on what style of catch, I guess. You know, the home run robs are always fun. I'm not going to say it was the catch of the year, but one of the best catches of the year, especially on a ball that was smoked. Low line drive, not easy. If you played outfield, you know those that are right at you, especially playing center field, the ones right at you can be tough. And he went down and got that. If that gets past Evan Carter, that's going to be an inside the park home run. Great play. Platinum glove play, man. Forget gold glove. Platinum glove play by Evan Carter. And he is actually out of this ball game as a result. I'm hoping it's just precautionary. Really, really hoping it's just precautionary. So that's what happened with Carter. Keep going. Let me see. Who do I think the Rangers go for at the trade deadline? A lot still needs to be determined on that. A lot still to be determined with the trade deadline. Armstrong, a starter? I don't think so, but Richard, I can imagine they're going to be going to him a lot more. Hey, that's cool. Out in right field, they have the Rangers fans get loud flag going. I love that. Marcus Semien up to bat right now. Semien's 1 for 3. Had a nice RBI double down the left field line a couple innings ago, so he's staying hot. I'll tell you what, there's really nobody that's been better than him in this Rangers lineup over the past couple of weeks. Ever since that Cardinals series, Semien has just been on fire. 0-2 pitch, Semien spits on it, and it's 1-2. Who do I think the Rangers get at the deadline if they're buyers? A bullpen piece, and I think they might try and go get a bat. Card dudes, appreciate you, man. Thank you. That's a hit all day, every day. Mark, really, on that Semien one? Mark, appreciate the follow. Mark, you really think that Semien one is a base knock? I don't know, man. I want to look at Baseball Savant on that one and see what's going on. I really, really am not sure I give that a hit. And that was not hit well. Semien should have had it. Took kind of a weird hop on him, but I don't know if that's a base knock, man. Let me go ahead and I want to look at the XBA. Not that Baseball Savant's numbers are everything, but I'm going to check it out here, man. We got to check this out. Seriously. All right, here we go. Back to the game. We got Semien a 1-2 count. He's been fouling off a little bit here. Here's the pitch. Outside, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Semien works the count even. 2-2, no outs. Rangers up 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. All right, this is going to be fun. I'm gonna look up some other advanced stats in the game today. It's good to have Baseball Savant up whenever you're doing this. Ball 3. This is a quality AB from Semien. Quality AB right now. Good for him. Good for him. All right, let me go here. Let me see. What do we got? I'll keep looking. Marcus Semien, 3-2 pitch. Foul again. Semien just seeing the ball well right now, man. Just really seeing the baseball well. All right. The XBA, look, the XBA on that Marcus Semien misplay, the XBA was 130. 130. Come on now. That is not a base knock. I don't know why they give him a base hit. Marcus is going to ground out right here. So anybody saying that hit that the White Sox get off Hobie Milner, the one that was to Marcus Semien, that had an XBA of 130. Yeah, I'm not giving him a hit on that play. XBA of 130. We keep going. I'm behind. Is that what you're saying, Richard? How far am I behind? Let me know. We're always on different wavelengths here. Sometimes we're perfect. Sometimes I feel like I'm ahead. Keep going. Let me see how far, where I'm really at right now. Bottom of the 8th. I'll pull up game day. We got Haggerty in the game for Evan Carter right now. 0-2 count. Looks like I'm pretty much right on target here. 20 seconds. Richard, sorry, man. All good, brother. It's actually probably better for you. Some people get upset when I'm spoiling everything. Hey, here's ball 3. Sinker. Gilbert, by the way, 22 pitches into this one. White Sox bullpen actually has done a pretty good job in this game. I mean, honestly, Hauser did pretty well. I mean, the White Sox just haven't been able to get any runs across except for the one, and that was kind of a little bit cheap if you ask me. What happened to Carter? Wrist injury. Sore wrist is what they're calling it. Not broken or anything, just a sore wrist as a result of the diving catch he made. Haggerty kind of gets his butt out and goes and gets this one on the outside corner. Gives it a little ride to left field, but there's 2 down now. Yeah, Richard, you got cable, man. You're definitely going to be ahead. Cable always ahead of stream. And I'm always streaming when I'm out here doing these lives. Armstrong did look dominant, 100%. Hey, D1 Blake, appreciate you. Mark, thank you again for the follow, both y'all. 4 wins in a row would be awesome. Berger didn't homer. It looks like he doubled. What do we got going on here? We didn't Hard Chuck, you just trolling now? Is that what's going on? You just trolling, Hard Chuck? Burger didn't homer? It's a double. Come on now. Hard Chuck, don't be like those Astros fans that are always ruining it whenever we're doing Silver Boot on these lives. Come on now, baby. Went to Minneapolis for a Twins versus Rangers. Won. That's what's up, man. I'll tell you what. When I first moved out here to Vegas, I didn't love going to the away games because I always went to home games growing up as a kid, and I never really went to away games. I didn't love it when I first moved out here and started going to Rangers away games like in LA and in San Diego, Arizona. But it's really grown on me. It's fun. I mean, I don't know. It kind of suits me well doing what I do with this. You know, you get a lot of hard time from different fans of different teams. Some of it's all in good fun. Some of it's a little harsh, but I love going to away games now. Hard Chuck, no, I didn't. What did you say earlier, man? Juan, that's sweet. Juan, Target Field is legit too. I actually have some family up in Minnesota. I've been to Target Field many times, and Target Field is a beautiful ballpark. They got some good food, some good beverages, a little bit of everything. Another bad strike call here from the home plate umpire. He has not been my favorite, man. He has not been my favorite at all. Josh Young in an 0-1 count currently. Here's a pitch from the lefty. Right down the middle. This is so frustrating, man. So frustrating. Like, you see the Rangers miss these pitches right down the pipe so much, and you just wonder, when is this team going to click and start hitting these mistake pitches consistently? And look, I know you're not going to get a hit on a mistake pitch every time, but there's so many foul offs, right? It's not even getting put in play, hard contact, just foul offs right down the pipe. Josh 0-2 takes a really, really high pitch outside, 1-2 count. Bottom of the eighth, 2 down. Jake Berger on second base right now. Natalie, I am with you. Langford definitely got robbed of a walk earlier in this game, 100%. 100%. Second favorite team. This is a tough one. My NL team, just because I'm out here on the West Coast, I get a lot of West Coast ball games. And naturally, you know, for all y'all, a game ends and it's what, 9 or 10 o'clock, something like that, 9 or 10. You know, when a game ends for me out here, it's 7:25 my time. It's like the night is still young, so I always will usually flip on another game. So I find myself watching the Padres a lot. I just like the Padres, like the vibe of the team. I think they're a fun team to watch. Obviously, they got Yu Darvish, one of my favorite Rangers players of all time. So Padres have kind of been a team that I like to cheer for whenever the Rangers aren't playing. Padres for me. Arizona, Arizona was fun a couple seasons ago, like on their way to play us in the World Series. Josh Young, Gapper, looks like they're going to be there. Oh, little collision out there, but Tauchman makes the catch. Little collision out there. Luis Robert and Tauchman, but he is retired. Josh Young is retired, and the inning comes to a close. 9th inning upcoming. Robert Garcia coming in to slam the door. Hard Chuck, yes, sir. Padres are a lot of fun. Look, Fernando Tatis. You got Arias. You got Machado. Again, you've got some guys on the Rangers. Profar, it was fun watching Profar last year. I know everything with the roids this year, kind of disappointing, but it was fun last year watching Profar. The Padres are just a fun club. It's a beautiful stadium. I love that Petco Park, man. It is probably one of the best spots to watch a ball game. One of the best spots, man. Garcia, baby. He's coming in. Shawn Armstrong. Let's talk a little bit about Shawn. 3 innings pitched. No base runners. Bro is perfect for 3 innings. 5 strikeouts. And only 1 ball put in. Only, let's see. I'm trying to do some quick math here. 4 balls put in play, 5 Ks. Nice, man. What an outing from him. I think there were some people a little nervous coming into this game, myself included. How was this bullpen game going to go? It's gone pretty well. Shawn Armstrong, 3 innings, no base runners, 5 Ks. Jacob Webb comes in and gives you a couple, lowers the ERA to 4.26. Luke Jackson got in on the donut party. 1 inning pitch, 1 hit. A bunch of zeros getting thrown up by the Rangers pen. Milner, the one culprit, like I said, I think he gets a little bit unlucky, man. The XBA on that ball that was hit to Marcus Semien that got ruled a hit was 130. Expected batting average was 130 on that little Semien dribbler that he couldn't handle. And so I think Hobie probably should have gotten an unearned run here, but you know what? What do I know, I guess. Martin, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout. Beautiful job. I mean, Martin, for me, is probably the next guy that you highlight behind Armstrong. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and he gets the strikeout, gets the 3rd out. Garcia's going to pump one at 94, pretty much right over the heart of the plate, and Benintendi is going to take it for strike 1. Martin, that was huge, right? I mean, that's tying run on second base with 1 out, and the Sox get nothing out of it. Benintendi is going to rip one down the line here. He's going to be standing on second base. Adolis doesn't quite judge it. Super awesome off of the bounce, off the wall. And it's an easy stand-up double for Benintendi. And now the White Sox are in business, man. Garcia, last time that he was out, I'm going to try and pull up his stats real quick just to give you an idea of where he's been at. You know, last time out was Washington on the 8th, so it's been 5 days since Garcia's pitched. You know, before that was the rough one at Tampa Bay on the 5th where they really should have got the win. So I would say Garcia's been a little up and down of late. You know, not terrible, but a little up and down. We got Vargas up to bat right now. Vargas is going to swing through strike 1, 0-1 count quickly. Runner on second for the White Sox, 3-1 Rangers lead. Hey, Mr. Allen, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Hey, we love doing Rangers streams, live streams. We're live pretty much every day, man. So anytime you want to hop on, 8th, 9th inning, definitely post-game, but in a lot of cases, 8th or 9th inning, we're here hanging out, talking Rangers baseball, man. So anytime, appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for the kind words. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. And you want to see Garcia getting out here, man. Seriously. Vic G, I don't think you're alone with Josh Schmidt as the man crush, man. Seriously. I think a lot of people, a lot of Rangers fans feel the same. 3-1. You wonder if the Rangers are going to get somebody up here or if they are just going to let Garcia, live and die in this inning. If it's me, I'm probably getting somebody busy right now. I don't know who they would throw at this point. I don't think there's a lot of options, unfortunately. It's probably Robert Garcia or bust. They are squaring him up, man. That was a foul ball, but they are squaring up Garcia. I'm getting a little bit nervous right now. Dallas Sports, what's good? You'll be at the game on Sunday and Tuesday. Nice. Nice. Travis, I'm totally with you. We need a real closer. I mean, Garcia, I really think is actually a pretty solid arm. And you know what? He might get out of this. I'm not melting down, or my worry level is not through the roof right now, but I'd like to see an out get recorded here. And unfortunately, Garcia is going to walk Vargas, and we're going to have runners on first and second, tying run on first base. Problem is, you really don't have anybody else to throw here. I mean, you've got Bosley, you've got, Latz. And that's basically it. You've got Bosley and Latz. That's all you've got available. I would like to see Robert Garcia more in a setup role, personally. It's the choker. Man, yeah, I don't want to go there. Garcia gets a really generous call here, outside corner. Thank you very much. That was way off the plate. Look, Garcia just needs to be a 7th or 8th inning guy. He might get out of this. It's not going to change my mind. I would much rather see Robert Garcia in a 7th or 8th inning. Milner and Martin in the 8th and the 9th, preferably. Cuero's going to wave through strike 2, and it's 0-2. So let's see if we can get maybe a little roll me over double play ball. I'll take a strikeout, anything. An out, please. Please. Mason, when do Bradford and Gray come back? What would you do? Gray at closer. That was kind of talked about and hyped up a little bit. I mean, I don't think that the club was taking it too seriously, but John Gray actually did get interviewed on that question, and he basically said, I'm willing to do whatever. It was a very professional answer. I think they might give it some consideration, honestly. Foul back, by the way, and we got pitch number 4 incoming right now. A little dying quail into the outfield. Wyatt Langford is there, and we have our first out. That's a huge out. Just get that first out. Now, one pitch, double play ball ends it. That's a big first out there. Generous call on pitch number 1. Really got things rolling in this at bat. So Garcia needs 2 more. Luis Robert up to bat right now. Robert had a double earlier that got the White Sox on the board. So you got to be a little careful here. Robert, not the best batting average, but he has come through tonight, 2 for 3. Here's pitch number 1. Robert takes a healthy cut, and it's 0-1. I caught a lot of the middle of the plate. A lot of the middle of the plate, man. But we'll take it, 0-1. Garcia about to throw pitch number 14. Hopefully the Rangers in coming games could get out to a little bit of a better lead. Looks like Doley's going to camp under this one in right field. Are we going to get a tag? Looks like we do get a tag, and we're going to have first and third now at this point. Kind of meaningless at this spot. You're not really too worried about Benintendi advancing to third base there. It's the runner on first base that really is important. So Doley camps, makes the catch. Benintendi advances, and the White Sox are down to their final out. Showing a replay here. I don't really know why, but okay. Yeah, got to have a little bit of something in between pitches, I guess, but this is pretty uneventful replay. All right, we keep things rolling. They're doing a little pitching mound visit. Heim out to talk to Garcia. Slater up to bat right now. Slater on the evening. He actually, just pinch hitting. So I see why they're doing a little conversation here. Slater replacing Baldwin. Rojas got the start. Baldwin pinch hit earlier in the game. And then we have Slater now coming in to pinch hit for Baldwin. So a pinch hitter for the pinch hitter. Do I think Osuna is coming back? Well, now that Evan Carter is out with the wrist injury, I think you could see a little bit more Osuna. That's for sure. I'm watching the real game right now. But obviously, I might be a little bit behind. Like I said, during the game, I'm a little bit off on the comments, not quite as much as I usually am post-game. So anybody, if you've asked a question and I've missed it, like I say, don't take it personal. Just repost it after the game. I'll make sure that I get to it. I'm checking comments a little sparingly right now. We're locked in, trying to get this final out. Will and Robert Garcia to out number 3 here, baby. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2-0. Look, Slater, 213. I get it, righty. And you're facing a lefty. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know what Slater's splits are. I don't know why you would be that careful to a guy hitting 213. I don't know how many home runs this guy has, but you'd love to see some attack pitches here. You're going to get another generous call from the umpire. That is generous call number 2. Slider tried to backdoor it. It really never caught plate, but they are going to give Robert Garcia the strike. That's a big strike. That should have been ball 3. Instead, it's a 2-1 count. Garcia sets and fires. Inside, 3-1. Garcia just doesn't look comfortable. Like the command just isn't there. And look, some guys are like this. They just always got to make it interesting. We affectionately call them barf bag pitchers here at Right On Rangers. Get your barf bag ready. Buckle up. They might get through it, but you're going to go through it. Here we go. Out. number 3 in question. Strike 2. Fans on their feet. Full count pitch. Let's see if we can get a strike 3 call here. I'll take an out. I'll take an out at this point. Ball 4. Man, Robert Garcia, I do not get that. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but not even close. I think they're trying to get him to bite on that slider. Come on, throw a pitcher's pitch, man. Paint that on the outside, low and outside. Bases loaded now. Tying run on second base. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And I don't think the Rangers are going to warm up anybody. All you got is Bosley and Latz. Bosley and Latz, man. So I think this is doing or dying at the hands of Robert Garcia. It's just too bad. I know he had a good outing at Washington, but I think a lot of us still got a bad taste in our mouth from the Tampa Bay game. Not that, Robert Garcia was totally to blame, but, he doesn't cover first base on that, really game-winning play, essentially. I think a lot of us just got a little bit of a bad taste. I really do like Robert Garcia. Think he's a very solid pitcher. I just don't know if he is built for the 9th inning. He might get out of this, and I surely hope he does. I'm not cheering for the downfall. I'm really not. Here we go. Strike 1 on a swinging strike. Change up on the outside corner. Pitch number 2 incoming. Bottom of the 9th, Rangers clinging to a 3-1 lead, y'all, if you're just joining in. 0-2. Okay, I like where we're going here. 0-2 pitch. This is what I would have loved to have seen early from Robert Garcia, and maybe he's just trying to find it, but maybe he's just trying to get the command. He's got to ease into the game a little bit, but I would have loved to have seen him attacking like this a lot sooner, man, a lot sooner. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch, 0-2 count. Boom, baby, let's go. Yes, sir. Robert Garcia gets the strikeout, and the Rangers win this one 3-1. Nice pitch by Garcia. Fastball 95 miles an hour to Michael A. Taylor, who strikes out to end the game. A little high fastball on the outside half, and the Rangers win. Man, this is good to see. Great to see this. Look, I know it's the White Sox, but just keep things rolling. Keep the momentum rolling positively, man. Second win in a row for Texas. You drop game number 2 in Minnesota, win the last one, and you take the positive vibes into Friday night's game. You get a 3-1 win over the White Sox, who had their way with the Rangers in the last series. We won't talk about that too much. But the Rangers go for the series win tomorrow with Jacob deGrom on the mound. I've said this so often. I love it when the Rangers win going into deGrom Day. Love it. Absolutely love it. You win going into deGrom Day. You got a great chance to make it 3 in a row if you win tomorrow with deGrom. Just awesome. Great game. Hello, win column. Cue the I Like Texas music. Let's go. Rangers get a dub. Astros, I think, won today, so I don't know how much ground is going to be gained in the AL West, but it's 10-3 right now. Astros are beating up on the Twins. However, the Twins are in front of the Rangers in the wild card, so Rangers now should be a little bit closer in that wild card race. I think they were 3.5 back coming into today. Look, just win. It's so early at this point. I know we're always going to be looking at the standings and doing some scoreboard watching, but just win at this point. Keep winning series, man. Absolutely. Hey, W. Let's go. Angels are losing right now? Okay. That's some positive news with the Angels actually ahead of the Rangers right now. What's the score? 2-0, and Baltimore is threatening in the bottom of the 5th. What's the Mariners doing right now? What's that score? What do we got going on here? Mariners win. They lose. What's happening? Seattle is 0-0 with the Guardians right now. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Hey, Chase, appreciate the rose, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the generosity, brother. Osuna, I think, is going to be getting some more playing time with Carter coming down. I just saw that comment. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Kaysen, thank you. Yeah, I think Osuna is going to be playing tomorrow, if I had to guess. As long as they're throwing a righty, I see Osuna in the ball game. If it's a lefty tomorrow, you're probably going with Haggerty. So you got options, but never like to see Evan Carter go down, man. Evan Carter made an incredible play on a low line drive that was absolutely smoked earlier on in this game. And I think at this point, we're holding our breath, throwing up some prayers that it is just a little soreness, little precautionary with Evan Carter, but I'm holding my breath, man. Crossing those fingers. Carter is going to be okay. Please. Oh, man. Miguel, what's good, man? Yes, sir. Got that dub. Joseph, are Rangers finally back? It's looking good. You're going for your third series win in a row tomorrow with Jacob deGrom on the mound. deGrom gets the dub. You go 3 series wins in a row. That plays. And look, the Nationals, the Twins, and the White Sox is not the most elite set of teams that the Rangers could be facing, but you'll take it at this point. In a 162-game season, you got to take care of business. So for anybody trying to downplay a little bit, yeah, but it's against the Nationals. Yeah, but it's against the White Sox. Dude, baseball is a crazy game. It's a beautiful game, but it's beautiful because anything can happen on any given day. The Rockies can beat the Yankees. Seriously, it can happen. That's what makes this game so intriguing to me. The beautiful game. And that's why you don't take anybody for granted, nor do you not appreciate teams taking care of business against inferior opponents. I'm going to take this and enjoy it because the Rangers could be dropping games. And instead, they're winning them. They're taking care of the games that they need to. And you got one of, if not the best pitcher in baseball on the bump tomorrow, and Jacob deGrom going for another series win. Hello. Where would we be without Josh H. Smith? Good question. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the alternate reality where Josh Smith does not exist in the Rangers lineup. I don't want to know. Josh Smith tonight, 2 for 3 with a walk, second home run in the last 2 days, back-to-back days with a bomb for Josh Smith. DHing tonight, by the way. I like that, man. DHing and having a game. Because that was kind of always the big thing, right? These young guys, should we be DHing them? It feels like the DHing kind of throws them off a little bit. Good to see Josh Smith in the DH spot and actually looking pretty good, looking comfortable. I like Jake Berger a lot better at first base than in the DH spot. I have a feeling they're going to continue to go bounce back with Smith and Berger, but I like Jake Berger a lot better at first base than Josh Smith. And look, Smith hasn't been terrible, but there have been a few plays and big moments where you want Berger in the ball game, if at all possible. I hope that is true about Carter. I hope he returns tomorrow. Look, if he gets an off day tomorrow, it's not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. You lit a candle for Carter? Miguel, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. We'll do anything we need to do at this point. Came home from a 3-hour car ride from work to a heart attack from Rob G. Rob G did give us a heart attack tonight. 100%. Yeah, I had the barf bag ready, John. The barf bag was ready. The seatbelt was on. Robert Garcia, I think he is a quality arm. I don't love him in the closer role. Yes, I think somebody said it on TikTok. Very Aroldis Chapman-like vibes coming from Robert Garcia right now. Minus the, surefire strikeout stuff. I mean, Chappie was either going to strike out the side or he was going to load the bases and possibly get out of it. Robert Garcia, I don't know if the stuff is on Chapman level. It's good. I don't know if it's Chappie level, but it's definitely a little too interesting for my liking in the 9th inning. Romo, I don't know if I'm with you on Garcia's looking good. He got the win. Look, and I guess in that regard, it was good, but I don't think you need to play with fire this much. Robert Garcia playing with fire a little bit too much of late. Yeah, Brad, thank you. Appreciate that. Look, Robert Garcia should be in the 7th or the 8th inning. I don't know what the hesitancy is, putting Martin in there, putting even Milner in there. I don't even give Milner a shot at this point. Like, seriously. I don't know if Robert Garcia is the guy at this point in the 9th. We'll see. I think they're going to continue to probably throw him out there if I had to guess. When is Kimbrel going to be pitching? That's going to be an intriguing one as well. I think he pitched for AAA the other night, did he not? I'll go to MILB.com and we'll check it out. I thought I got an update that Kimbrel pitched last night. Round Rock is in a delay right now from what it looks like. The 4th of July caps, I kind of like the 4th of July caps. I know some people were a fan. I kind of like the 4th of July baby blue. I mean, we've already got the baby blue in our repertoire. The Sunday powder blue, I should say. Powder blue, sorry. We got the powder blues already. Let's see. Tonight, Foscue 2 for 5. Harris 2 for 4. Krim 1 for 5. Freeman 1 for 3. Freeman is red hot right now. Hit a grand slam the other night. All right, let's go to June 12th. Let me look up yesterday's game. We're talking about Craig Kimbrel. Are the Rangers going to call him up? What's he doing? All that good stuff. So Kimbrel, he pitched in looks like the 6th inning last night, and he had a walk and 2 strikeouts. So Kimbrel pitched in the 6th for Round Rock. Again, walk and 2 strikeouts. I would not be surprised if Craig Kimbrel comes on up into the Rangers pen. Would love Chris Martin as closer. Want Gray to come back and maybe take that role. We'll see. Could be interesting. Could definitely be interesting, but I think at this point they're probably going to be sticking with Robert Garcia. I don't see a lot of movement there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't. Texas Repo, Astros are looking good so far this season. Hard to deny. Hard to deny. The Stros are off to a good start, but a lot of season left. A lot of season left. Keep going. Appreciate all y'all. The situation with Houston will shake its way out with the season series. Most likely, yes. I would agree with that. There's I think, how many games are left between Houston and Texas? We've got probably like 7 to 9, something like that. Y'all let me know. How many games do we have left with Houston? Do I think Corey Seager should go back to his old swing? I don't know. I think Siegs is probably tweaking quite a bit right now. I think he might need to settle down a little bit. I think I would. Settle down a little bit. Corey Seager, probably thinking a little bit too much up there if I had to guess. Like you're changing your swing in the middle of games, or at least changing your stance, I should say. I don't know. I think Corey Seager's probably overthinking it. There's only been one series. Next series with Houston is before the break. So that tells me there's probably 9 ball games left, if I had to guess. I feel like usually they play about 13 or so a season. Yeah, Dylan, you make a good point. And we've talked about how Corey Seager refuses the rehab stints. Maybe he needs to start taking them, man. I think there is something to that. He definitely had a nice fly ball that didn't quite make it to the track, but it was a productive out. So, look, he almost, I think, connected on that 1 sack fly early in the game that made it 1-0, but we'll take getting a couple of walks. We will 100% take a productive out, an RBI sack fly. We know productive outs have been hard to come by for this team at times. So Corey Seager on base a couple times tonight via the walk. They actually said during the broadcast, 8 straight games for Corey Seager with a walk. That's a career high. I'm getting happy with Semien coming back up. Absolutely. Marcus Semien 100% has been the best hitter on this team over the last 2 weeks. And I mean, Evan Carter, I think, is right there behind. Marcus Semien has been the best hitter for this Rangers team over the past couple of weeks. Okay, I got to address something real quick. And maybe this applies to some of y'all, but I got to clap back at some Rangers fans that are bugging me. So let me get on my soapbox for a second. So y'all know how I felt about the Rangers and the hitting coach situation. Y'all know exactly how I felt. I thought firing Donnie Ecker was stupid. I thought that the coaches were the scapegoats. And really, it's the hitters that should be bearing the weight of the struggles and the weight of the criticism. I don't think that Donnie Ecker was the one to blame for the Rangers' slow start. And you watch the Rangers for really the past month under Brett Boone do the exact same thing as what they did under Donnie Ecker. And so we get this 3-game set with Minnesota. We get tonight's ball game. And look, the Rangers only scored 3 runs tonight. And you've got people clapping back. I told you the offense was going to come around. I told you that Brett Boone was going to be a good hire. Bro, we're 2.5 months into the season. You're really going to try and claim like you were right all along after 2.5 months of struggle? Blows my mind. Some people are trying to claim a W because they held out until June 13th that the offense was going to be fine. Don't get it at all. Brett Boone, whatever help he has been, I would 100% give more credit to the players than I ever would give to Brett Boone for what the team has done over the past several ball games. I don't even get giving all the credit or giving a majority of the credit to Brett Boone or even trying to make that argument. You know who I give credit to? Marcus Semien, for grinding his butt off, probably working day and night, post-game, pre-game, trying to get that swing right. Withstanding all of the mental burdens of the insane struggle that he was in. I give credit to the players for fighting their way out of it. But I do not get at all anyone trying to claim a W because for 2.5 months, you told us the offense was fine. They were going to figure it out. And now, because they've had a 4-game good stretch, you're here to tell us that you were right all along? I got to call BS. For 2.5 months, this offense was terrible. And Brett Boone, when you look at the numbers before the Minnesota series, with Donnie Ecker, the Rangers averaged like 3.25 runs a game. That was with Donnie. 3.25 runs a game. They average, I did the math on this, before the Minnesota series, the Rangers were averaging like 3.5 runs a game with Brett Boone. So we got 0.25 better with Brett Boone. I'm sorry, that doesn't move the needle for me. It doesn't. So I had to address this. It's not a bunch of y'all. It's a small contingency of people. But come on now, 2.5 months of being wrong, and you're going to clap back at me and at others and try and claim that you were right this whole time? Please, save it. All right, I'm getting off the soapbox. I had to get that off my chest. Had to get it off. Look, Rangers win today. We got to keep the vibes positive. Give the hitters credit. And that's how I'm going to transition this. Give the hitters credit. Don't make it about Eck. Don't make it about Booney. Give the hitters credit for what they have accomplished over the past 4 games, 3 games, whatever you want to call it. I give Marcus Semien all the credit in the world for correcting and getting on this hot streak that he's been on for the last 2 weeks. It's too hard to play this game. You know what? Are we going to blame Brett Boone because Corey Seager sucks right now? Because that's the logic, right? That's the logic. It's Brett Boone's fault that Corey Seager is in one of the worst slumps of his career right now. That's how we play this, yeah? That's why I don't blame coaches for the guys with bats in the batter's box being bad or being really, really good. Coaches are a small part of it. Coaches are not useless. They're not meaningless. I'm a coach myself. I can appreciate good coaching. But in the game of baseball, at some point, it's do or die. It's you versus the pitcher. You've got a job to do. The coach can't swing the bat for you. He can't scheme up something for you. It's not football where you can scheme a player open. It's mano y mano, and you are up against the pitcher all by yourself in the box. You've got a few different stats that they feed you before you step in there, but you throw those all out the window sometimes when you're up there in the box. Give the hitters credit. They deserve it. Don't take it away from them by saying this is Brett Boone's doing. They were terrible under Brett Boone for an entire month. And then Minnesota series happened. All right. I got to get back at y'all. I appreciate all the follows. I appreciate all the comments. Look, if I missed your comment while I was on the soapbox, you let me know. I'll scroll back a little bit. Nate, what's good, man? Good start to the weekend, buddy. Good to have you back in the fold. Cody Bradford, I think, is going to be back at the end of this month. I haven't gotten a big-time update recently on Bradford, but I think he's going to be back at the end of this month. Corey's struggles are coming from trying to be too careful with the hamstring. Brian, that's actually a decent point. It's a decent point. Maybe it is related to the injury in some way, shape, or form. Who's covering for Peterson right now until he comes back? Hash that out a little bit. What are we talking about? Who's covering for him? I mean, I would think at this point, Jock Peterson going to slide back into the lineup. That is going to be really interesting. I don't think that they are just going to kick Jock Peterson to the curb, man. I think he's going to be back in the lineup. I am very curious to see what they do when Jock is healthy. I think Adolis Garcia is probably the name that I'm thinking about as guys that could be getting replaced. Dolly 0 for 3 tonight. He's been up and down. I know he had the home run the other day. Dolly's been up and down, man. It's a good game. It's a bad game. It's a good game. It's a bad game. And Dolly has definitely had some big knocks over the past couple of weeks here and there. But I think he's probably number one on the chopping block. Any news on Spores? Spores, I would say early July, I think is the last I've heard on Spores. Brad, what's this comment, man? Explain this a little bit more. I don't mean to make you wear out the thumbs, buddy, but what's going on with Brett Boone and what he said on the podcast? Is he basically giving the hitters credit? I mean, look, any good coach is going to do that, though. No good coach is going to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm the reason the offense is doing awesome. No good coach is going to get in front of a mic and say that. Every good coach is going to sit there and say, look, give the hitters the credit, man. They're working hard. They fought through the adversity. Give the hitters the credit. So I would be a little shocked if Brett Boone wasn't saying that. Carter news? No Carter news. Just sore wrist, and I'm hoping precautionary. Yeah, he is. Boone, I don't think is useless. And I said that to end my little rant there. I don't think coaches are useless. I don't think they're meaningless. But I think the majority of credit and the majority of blame should always get on the players. And it doesn't happen enough in baseball. The manager gets blamed too much. And we've got pitching coaches and hitting coaches getting blamed too much. Baseball is a very individual sport. It's individual matchups, and you've got to come out on top. A coach cannot scheme you into a fastball right down the middle that you can hit out of the ballpark. Like in football, I can get creative, and I can develop a route tree, and I can develop a play to get certain players wide open and confuse the defense. There's nothing a coach can do to confuse the starting pitcher on the mound. There's nothing Bochy can do to screw with the starting pitcher of the White Sox into giving one of the players a meatball that they can drive out of the ballpark. So Absolutely. I'm with you on that. If the Angels and M's lose tonight, we go to second in the division. Let's go. Boone said the other day he hasn't even worked with everyone yet, but he talks to Simeon the most. Good. And that kind of makes sense. Both second basemen. You know, obviously, Simeon, kind of the older vet. I could see that connection. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. Keep going. Who's the odd man out in the rotation? I would say odd man out in the rotation is most likely probably going to be Patrick Corbin. I think they're going to trade Corbs, and that's going to free up a spot for Bradford and Gray. I do not think that it is going to be long-lasting for Patrick Corbin in a Rangers uniform, and that's not hate. I'm just trying to give y'all the reality of what I think probably plays out. I mean, unless they decide, you know, they're trading John Gray over Patrick Corbin, I don't know. I think, though, obviously that fifth spot is going to be really interesting. You got Evo coming back, hopefully, within the next couple of weeks. That fifth spot's going to be interesting. But I think either Corbin or Gray probably getting the heave-ho. If the Rangers are winning, I don't think they're going to trade Tyler Mahle. If the Rangers are firmly in a playoff spot at the deadline, they're not going to trade Mahle. If it's questionable, I think they do trade him. What's questionable? You're 4 or 5 games out. If they are 4 or 5 games out at the deadline, I think that they probably think pretty seriously about trading him. If you are a game or two up in the wild card, I don't think you trade Tyler Mahle. CY, Boch, and Boone all go on 105.3 The Fan every week. Yes, love that. Absolutely love that. I need to watch those more. I don't always get a chance to get to all the interviews. I watch the CY ones more than anything most of the time, but I do love that all those guys do that. Absolutely. Hard Chuck, appreciate you. Let's keep going. We have got a number of different talking points today. We talked Josh Smith and his incredible day at the plate. We talked a little Corey Seager and the struggles. We talked about Marcus Semien continuing to do his thing. I hope y'all saw my video that I put out earlier today. If not, go watch it after the show. I love Marcus Semien. It is so easy cheering for that guy. The heart, the hustle. Last game in the, 7th inning, it's a 10-run ball game. Dude is dead sprinting to hustle out on a ground ball that would have been a double play if Marcus was loafing it. I just love it's a 10-run game, and Semien is trucking it down the first baseline. It tells you everything you need to know about who he is as a person and as a player. No days off. I love that about Marcus Semien. That is, like I said, the stuff that makes me a fan for life, because there are so many dudes jogging halfway, not giving full effort, especially in a 10-run ball game. And then you got Marcus going 100%, even when the game is well in hand. Easy to cheer for him. Super easy to cheer for that guy. And look, throughout Marcus Semien's struggles, I can 100% say we were vocal. Semien needed to be better. He was not good in March, April, and in most of May. Marcus Semien was bad. That's okay to say out loud. I don't get why that has to be so controversial among some Rangers fans. We can look at the numbers and we can say, wow, he is not playing good. Hitting under 150 is not a good batting average. I don't know why these things are controversial when we have to say them out loud, but sometimes they are. One thing I did say, and I know y'all can back me up on this, we said, Marcus Semien, there's no plan B. You've got to ride with Marcus Semien. You can't trade him. The contract is too consequential. You're not going to be able to get a team to take his deal. And you don't want to trade away prospects just to get out of Marcus Semien's contract. You can't trade Marcus Semien for a couple of years. So we always said here at the show, you can't trade Marcus. You can't DFA him. That would be stupid as well. There's no plan B. All you can do is ride it out with him. I didn't enjoy the ride Just for the record, I didn't enjoy watching Marcus hit under 150. And I did make a video that said Marcus Semien is a second half hitter. And maybe the second half is coming a little bit early for Semien. We're not quite at the All-Star break, obviously, but it has been a joy to watch this man rake over the last 2 weeks. Love it. Like I think Corey Seager is definitely up at the top of my list. Favorite Rangers currently. Marcus Semien is up there, man. And the more I watch him play, the more I like him. Especially watching what I watched yesterday in the 7th inning of a 10-run ball game. We keep going. Bochy just said Carter's injury is not serious, and he could start tomorrow. Love that. Brad, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the follow, by the way. Hey, Joel, thank you, sir. Do I want to see the Rangers go after a bullpen arm or a bat or both? Both, please. Please, Brian, thank you for the comment. I want to see both. I want to see both. I don't want to see the Rangers sit back with this offense. Look, they killed it in Minnesota. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. Go and get another bat to firm things up. If you're really serious about winning a World Series this year, go and get a bat. And I'm not talking, no disrespect, I'm not talking about a Carson Kelly style bat. I'm talking about a legit bat at the deadline. A big name that people are actually talking about. Go get one of those. Your window is now. Do not count on this offense. I love this offense. I love this team. Don't count on it. I do not trust this offense fully yet. I've loved what I've seen the past 5-6 games. I don't trust this offense fully yet. They have given me trust issues and then some. I'm not trusting them to keep this up all the way until October and into October. Now, I trust some hitters on this team more than I do others, but I want to see some insurance. Go and get a bat at the deadline. Do not do what you did last deadline and just expect everybody to keep hitting all the way until the end of the year. No. Go and make sure that it happens. Double down on this team by going and getting a big bat. Trade some prospects if you have to. Y'all know where I'm at on the prospects thing. You've got a couple untouchables. Walcott, untouchable. Untouchable. Unless you're going to get Ohtani. I mean, or one of the big, unless you're going to get Judge, Ohtani, or one of the bigger names in the game. Walcott is untouchable. But beyond that, trade whoever you need to go get a legitimate bat. You've got a 2 to 3 year window with deGrom and with Evo in their elite years. Don't waste it by going out and adding a Carson Kelly, a Robbie Grossman. I love both those guys, but you know what I mean. Don't go and get one of those bats and make it look like or try and pass it off like you're giving your best effort. Come on now. Go get a legit bat. And yes, go get a bullpen arm too. I love Craig Kimbrell. Dude is on the back nine. Could he be a nice piece? Yes. Am I trusting that he is going to be our shutdown guy in October? No. Again, give me some extra insurance. It doesn't have to be Helsley, but it needs to be a guy that's having a good year and pitching in high leverage situations. Please. I know that we have Peterson coming back. This is a good point because I know this is what CY and what everybody's going to try and spin if we don't make a big move. And Natalie, trust me, I'm not getting on you at all. So don't take it this way. This isn't at you. But I don't want people giving me the excuse, well, we're getting Jock Peterson back. That's kind of like adding a bat at the deadline. Come on. We watch Jock Peterson, and I think he's got some good baseball left in him. But are we really counting on Jock to just light it up when he comes back? Like, I hope for that. I know y'all hope for that. But I definitely am going out to get somebody. I'm going out to get somebody. I'm not just counting on Jock Peterson and a few more guys in the lineup that we already have to keep killing it all the way through the end of the season. I'm not doing it. Marcell Ozuna, that would be a guy that I would have my eyes on and then some. I'd be all over getting Marcell Ozuna. I think he is probably the best option. That is a legit DH guy. I don't think you want Ozuna out in right field. I'd put probably Wyatt Langford, or I would put Josh Smith out in right field. Dolly, trade, or bench. And then you've got Ozuna DHing. Love it. Realistic options, Donovan Mullins, Acuna Jr., maybe Jose Ramirez. Brendan Donovan is my guy. Brendan Donovan is my guy. Absolutely. Cade Smith from the Guardians as a closer. These are some names that, again, I think you don't have to go get biggest name closer. I do think you go get a big name bat. I don't think the closer has to be Ryan Helsley. Go get a guy that's pitched in the late innings this year, that's had good numbers, a quality arm. I think that that's enough. I don't think you've got to go out and overpay for the name. I think you've just got to go and get a guy that's pitching well and has shown himself to be reliable in the 8th and 9th inning, and you go from there. Absolutely. 44, 100%, 105.3 Rocks. Love it. Let me see. What else do I got? Do I admit sometimes that I overreact? Well, here's the thing. What do y'all want me to do? You want me to get on here, robotically tell you the box score, have no opinion, and just keep it run-of-the-mill, plain? What are we doing here? Like, I don't know. And here's the thing. Nothing that I said, I didn't say any lies. I didn't say any hot takes at all in what I just said. Nothing. Zero. There was nothing that I just said that's just meant for clicks, engagement farming. Everything that I just said is straight facts. Don't count on the offense to go 100% like they've been going all the way through October. Don't count on the bullpen and the guys you got right now. Go and be aggressive and maximize the window that you have. What is hot takey about that? I don't know. But if you like something a little more toned down, there's other channels out there. I'm not going to name drop them, but there's other ones out there. I'll still love you if you want to go watch them post game. But we're going to continue to be exactly who we are here at Right On Rangers, man. Brian, thank you. Did I say sell the whole team? No. Did I say that, we need to trade Jacob deGrom? Because that's a real take right now. Do y'all get that? You have heard zero ridiculous takes from me today. I'm sorry. If you disagree, that's on you. I'll be at the game tomorrow. deGrom Day. That dad. Jealous, man. Jealous. Hey, when I post my video tomorrow, comment and send a pic from the seats. Let me live vicariously through you right now. I think Cole and Garcia should switch in the pen. I think that at this point, Cole Winn needs to stick out of the 9th inning. I don't want to dump 9th inning duty on Cole Winn, and it messes him up in some way, shape, or form. I like Cole Winn right where he is, 7th inning, 8th inning. I don't want to see Cole Winn get thrust into high leverage. The 9th inning can break you. We know this. The 9th inning can 100% break you if you're not careful. I don't want to see Cole Winn thrust in that role. Give me Martin in the 9th, even Milner in the 9th. And then move Garcia to the 7th or the 8th inning, please. Keep going. Hey, 44, I appreciate that. We just tell it like it is here on the show. Do we get it right 100% of the time? No. But are we trying to be politically correct and make sure that nobody's feelings ever get hurt, or we never say anything slightly negative about anybody? No, we're not trying to do that. We just speak the truth in love for our Rangers, and we let the dust settle where it does. Are y'all going to trade Adolis? I think that is the correct move. I don't know if the front office is actually going to do it, but I think you got to trade Dolly by the trade deadline this year, or you got to trade him in the offseason. I think you run the risk of him totally losing all value if you wait to trade him until next year's deadline. Justin, appreciate that, bro. Special thank you, by the way, to all of my paid subscribers on TikTok, paid members on YouTube, and everybody else watching, but a special thank you for sure to y'all. Thank you for your support. We've been having a lot of fun in the Discord these past few days, man, with the Rangers lighting it up. And just to tell y'all a little bit about what we've got going, clearly the support that y'all give through likes, through follows, through comments, it is not taken for granted in the least bit. But if you've been following for a little bit, if you've been following for a long time, and you thought to yourself occasionally, man, I'd love to support this guy a little bit more, I have now opened up a subscription, $2.99 a month. If you're on TikTok, hit that subscribe button right next to the chat. If you are on YouTube, I'm going to drop the link in here for you. And here's what it gets you. You get access to our exclusive Ride on Rangers Discord, which is an absolute blast. Multiple people have told me well worth the price of admission. Of course, I'm biased, but take it from somebody else. And then also, as the channel gets bigger and bigger, we are gaining, probably roughly, I'm not trying to exaggerate here, probably about 1,000 new followers a month. That's what we've been averaging of late. And as the channel gets bigger and bigger, it might be hard to get to everybody's comment. I'm going to make sure all paid subscribers and members always get priority. So again, thank you for considering. If it's not for you, no hard feelings. Most of what we do is always going to be free here on the show. But if you would be so kind, think about it. And again, if you would like to be a subscriber, hit that subscribe button on TikTok right next to the chat, or copy and paste that link in YouTube into a browser of your choice. You'll be good to go that way, and we'll get you squared away. All right, y'all. Back to baseball. I did see the Astros win, but I quickly moved on. Realistically, what would be a good haul for Garcia? I think a good haul for Garcia would probably be I think a Nate Lowe, Robert Garcia type trade. Maybe you trade Dolly straight up for a nice bullpen arm. I think you could also trade Adolis for prospects, but with what you've got going on right now with this team, maximizing Jacob deGrom, Nate Eovaldi's windows, I think that you got to trade Adolis if you at all can for a major league ready player. And I think that probably profiles best as a relief pitcher a la Robert Garcia. Do I think signing Bauer would be a smart move? I think that maybe at the onset of the season, Connor, it would have been. I think at the onset of the season, it would have been a nice move. But I think at this point, you've got a spoil of riches at starting pitching. You really don't need a starting pitcher. I think there's another team that would there's multiple other teams that Bauer would be a better fit for. Now, could you trade him and, maybe at the end of this year or whatever the case may be? I mean, I guess sure. But I think right now the Rangers have got too much starting pitching. You got Leiter, you got Rocker, you got Bradford, you've got deGrom, you've got Evo. You got 5 guys right there. And look, clearly they've got some other dudes that are coming up the pike, coming up the road in the minors. So I think right now they're probably not going to be too apt to sign Bauer. And look, as much as Bauer has been totally cleared of pretty much everything, I know you might have your personal opinion about him, but dude has not been convicted of any crime. I think he should be allowed to play baseball. I don't think the Rangers want to mess with any kind of clubhouse chemistry that they got going on right now. I don't think you want to risk bringing in Bauer and the vibes are suddenly off. Maybe you do that in the offseason, but I don't think that right now a lot of teams are going to want to mess with the chemistry. Keep going. He is mentioned every game. But you know what? It's all good. I have to talk about a lot of the same things over and over again. Hard Chuck never bugs me. Spores hopefully comes back hot. Bearded Clone 100%. I think people have forgotten about Josh Spores, and I really hope he reintroduces himself in a big way next month. I'm not saying y'all have, but I just think the league has forgotten about him a little bit. Of course, his iconic iconic glove slam to win the World Series will live in baseball history forever. But I think some people have forgotten just how good Josh Sborz can be. And I'm looking forward to seeing him back. I think he is going to be a nice piece. Yes, you're adding Josh Sborz. I would still like to see the Rangers go out and get somebody. They might try and pull, well, Sborz is coming back. We don't really need to make a trade. Come on. Again, are you all in or not? Are you trying to win right now or not? You've got 2 to 3 good years left of deGrom and Evo. With Evo, you've got 2 seasons left after this before Evo's a free agent again. And deGrom, you've got for 3 if you want the club, if you want to exercise the club option on deGrom. You basically got 26 and 27. Are you all in or not? Because if you're not, you're going to see the Rangers try and feed us the, well, Sborz is back. Well, Peterson's back. That's kind of like going out and making a trade. Come on, dude. We got an opportunity to win a World Series. We've got the best 1-2 punch in deGrom and Evo in the game of baseball. There's nobody you would want more than those 2 guys back to back in a 5-game, in a 3-game, in a 7-game series. No other 1-2. I honestly, you can debate deGrom and who's better than him all you want, and there might be a couple of guys that are. Skubal, throw in whoever. I still say I'll take Jacob deGrom in a Game 7 over anybody in the league right now in a playoff game, 100%. But in terms of 1-2 punch, nobody. Absolutely nobody. Do the Rangers have anybody to call up that's showing promise? Curvello, right? I thought Curvello was doing really, really well. I'm not sure what his ERA is, but pretty good numbers the last time I checked. So they absolutely might be able to call up a couple minor league guys. Look, if the price is wrong, I'm not saying go overspend on a reliever. Make smart deals, but add. We keep going. Austin, where did you get that shirt? Fanatics. I get pretty much all my stuff from Fanatics, man. This was an exceptional shirt that I found, though. 100%. Slightly biased takes, but appreciate your passion for your team. Well, I mean, I'm not shy. I got a freaking Rangers poster behind me, a hat, a shirt, another hat here, a bobblehead here. Like, of course. What am I going to do? I've never claimed to be totally objective, but I will submit to you the takes from tonight, nothing hot takey, nothing ridiculous. If you've got one, if you've got something that I said that's ridiculous, please drop it in the chat. I'll be happy to talk about it with you. Let's have some fun. Bring it on. Let's see. Rangers have the best starting pitching ever. Hard to disagree. I mean, they're, I think, the best in the American League. They are now better than Detroit with the starting pitching ERA. Hot take, Berger is my favorite Ranger. Berger is fun, man. You got to love Jake Berger. You got to love him. Look, we got to wrap up tonight's game. We got to do tomorrow's game. Let's see. Berger, 2 for 4. Nice. Hey, there's your boy, Hard Chuck. Berger going multi-hit, 2 for 4. One of them, it was a little infield swinging bunt, but, you know, it doesn't ever show up like that in the box score. Both of them were scorching line drives. That's all you need to know. Simeon, we already talked about him. Carter hopefully playing tomorrow. Young 0 for 3. Doley 0 for 3. Jonah Heim 1 for 3. And again, a bullpen that just did a phenomenal job. Robert Garcia ran into a little trouble, but look, he got out of it. It's all that matters. Shawn Armstrong, I got to give him player of the game on the pitching side. And then I think you got to look at Josh Smith. He scored all 3 of the Rangers' runs today. Josh Smith on the hitting side. They're your 2 players of the game. Let's go ahead and let's talk tomorrow's game. Rangers are going to be playing at 3:05 Texas time. deGrom against the White Sox, a very small sample size. Only 4 batters on the White Sox have ever faced Jacob deGrom. Benintendi is 0 for 5. Rojas is 2 for 10. Slater is 2 for 8. And Michael Taylor is 1 or 2 for 24. I think 1 for 24. Yikes. Maybe Dane Dunning on Sunday. No pitcher announced for the White Sox, by the way, tomorrow. So we'll have to figure it out when we wake up, who the Rangers are going to be hitting off of. And again, around the league, Astros did win. They bounced the Twins tonight, man. Wasn't even close. Twins are having a rough go against the AL West. Look, I'm just throwing this out there. Everybody likes to dog on the AL West. I mean, Rangers beat the Red Sox. I mean, beat them 3 out of 4 in the first game of the series. I know the Yankees had their way with the Rangers, but all those were close games. Like, I know the AL West gets a bad rap, but there's some quality in the AL West, 100%. As much as I hate to admit it when we're talking about Houston and some of these other teams. But the AL West, I think, is going to surprise some people. Orioles are still up 2-0 in the top of the 8th on the Angels in Baltimore. And then we've got the Mariners, 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Athletics beat the Royals 6-4. And that is good news for the Rangers. Royals are ahead of the Rangers in the wild card standings currently, just barely. Now they're even. And then we talked Astros, 10-3 over the Twins. And there you have it. Standings. Rangers find themselves 5.5 games out still of the AL West. They would move into second place. We talked about this with an Angels and Mariners loss. Right now, Rangers are 2.5 games back of a playoff spot. 2.5 games back. The World Series winner will be that blue-red team from the AL West. Woo! I said at the beginning of the year, Rangers are in the ALCS. I didn't say they're going to win it. I didn't say they're going to the World Series. I predict Rangers will be in the ALCS. I hope that they go further than that, but that's as far as my prediction's going for right now. The fact the Astros are still winning and they have an entire rotation on the IL is crazy. Absolutely. I think the Astros definitely are doing well this year. Yes, we don't like them, but no, we don't deny reality. They're having a good season and they're overcoming some adversity 100%. We keep going. If we had our pitching this year in our 2023 offense, I think we'd go undefeated. Might be onto something there, Chase. Did they have Yordan back yet? I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up the box score, see if Yordan's in it, and then we're going to call it a day. So Yordan did not play today. He did not play today. Altuve, Diaz, Walker, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, no Alvarez yet. No Alvarez yet. We keep going. Appreciate all y'all. Let me go back to YouTube. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. We're going to win our division. We overdue. I hope so, but I'm not even getting too caught up with the division. Just make the playoffs. We learned that from 2023, right? Just make the playoffs, and good things will happen from there. All right, y'all. We're signing off for the night. Special thank you again to all my paid subscribers and paid members on YouTube. You want to support the channel in just a little bit of a stronger way, hit that subscribe button right next to the chat. We'll get you into the Discord. And then again, on YouTube, I'll drop the link in the comment section. Thanks for considering. We appreciate all of the likes, the comments, the follows, everything today. You guys are awesome. You help keep the show fresh. Means a lot. Don't ever take any of your support for granted. So thank you again. We'll be back tomorrow, probably in the 8th or 9th inning, ready to bring y'all another great show. Come hang out again. Have a good Saturday. Have a good Sunday. If I don't see you, maybe we'll put out a video at some point tomorrow before the game. That'll be the tentative plan. We'll see what happens. But hopefully I'll see you post-game or during the game tomorrow. Sound good? All right. We will see y'all. Have a great rest of your night. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.